Yo guys, today I'm going to show you how you can generate AI images of yourself for less than $5. So using this method, you're going to be able to produce some images which look like these ones you're about to see on the screen right now. So obviously my use case for this is going to be creating YouTube thumbnails of myself. It's going to be a lot more efficient, a lot quicker. I don't have to be in a camera like this for ages and trying to, screenshot the video that I just took and then edit it and all of that. This is going to make it a lot more easier and efficient for you to generate thumbnails of yourself in pretty much any situation, any scenario with AI. First thing that you're going to want to do is hop onto a website called Replicate. So I'm going to put all of the different websites and the models that you're going to be using within the description, right? So you can just look there to find it. But you want to go on to Replicate, and from here, you're going to create an account basically. Once you have created an account, you will need to go to, well, you'll click on this thing at the top here, account settings, and then you'll click billing on the side, right? This is going to have to be, you're going to have to add some sort of billing method before you start generating any models or generating any images, because that is obviously these are going to cost you, but they're not going to cost you a lot. So as you can see here, last month I spent $2 generating images, which really isn't a lot. And to be honest, half of this or more than half of this was from training the model of myself. So literally, once you've trained the model once, you're going to be spending less. Let's say it costs about 4 cents per video, right? So if you make one video a week and you need, 4 thumbnails, that's what, about 16 cents. So it's really going to be an inexpensive way to do it. You can also set a spend limit at the bottom. So just in case, you go a bit crazy, you can set a spend limit, and that way make sure, you're not spending too much money. Cool. So once you have set up your account and billing, the first thing we need to do is train a Lora model of yourself. So the Lora model is basically the model which, the image generator will use to reproduce images of yourself. Okay, so click the link in the description. It will be called model or Lora model. You're going to click that link and it will take you to this page, right? This is where you're going to train the model. So let's get into this, right? Scroll down here and you see the first one is destination, right? So I've already got one, but you're going to click create a new model and you're going to give it a name. So let's just, for example, call it Hayden. I'll call it Hayden Lora, right? Now I've already created a model with this name, so it might not work, but I'll show you all the steps anyway. Once you've done this, then go to input images. And this is where you're going to have to upload images of yourself so that, the model knows what to be trained on, right? So as you can see here, these are the images I have used. Now, it's important to note with this, some of the images. One image in particular that I want to call out to you is this one. Now, this is just a random image of me in some cafe, right? But notice the lights in the background, yeah? Now, if I show you some of the generations that we have made, right, it starts to reproduce these lights again in the background. So you want to be careful of what's in the background because, I mean, if you look at these lights, they look a bit random. They're kind of just placed anywhere, all over the place. There's way too many lights. So you want to kind of pick images that have clearer backgrounds. So this was a mistake I made in generating. And later on, I probably will regenerate, retrain the model of myself, because as you can see, there's these random lights in the background. And I think it's done it for some other ones as well. If we look at this, look, you got these same lights in the background. And I know that they have definitely came from this image right here, okay? So you want to be careful of the images you use and try to pick images with clearer backgrounds if you have them, because obviously they might get picked up in the image generation. But once you've done that, you're going to right click on the folder where you've stored all the images and you're going to compress it to a zip folder, right? Then the zip folder is what you're going to use to upload into the image input here. So you're going to click on this little box here and click on your zip folder and then upload it. And you can see it's been uploaded there. So next here is this trigger word, right? So the trigger word is basically what you're going to call upon when you want to generate an image of yourself. So for me, that is going to be Hayden, meaning when I write a prompt, I'm going to put Hayden as a wizard or Hayden as a ninja, and it's going to know to use this Lora model. So next here, we can scroll down and pretty much skip all the rest of the steps here, apart from when we get to this Hugging Face repo ID and the Hugging Face token. So for that, what you are going to need to do is hop onto huggingface.com. I'll leave a link to it in the description. Once you've created an account on Hugging Face, okay, you're going to want to go to settings, click on create tokens. You're going to name it whatever you want. And as for permissions, the ones that I had selected were these ones here and these two. Everything else you don't really need to worry about, and I'm not even sure if you do need all of these permissions, but I just put them just to be safe. Okay, once you've done that, create token, and then you're going to copy and paste that token into this Hugging Face token part here, and then you're going to need to create a model. So if we go back to your account, click on this little circle at the top, click new model. Here you're going to name the model whatever you want. So for example, it could be Hayden Lora, and you're going to keep this public, because if you don't make it public, then Hugging Face won't be able to access it. And you're just going to click create. It's pretty simple there. And then you're just going to click create. Once you've done that, you can go to your profile and you can see I've got this model here. Okay, so if I click on it and I click the little copy button up here, then you're just going to paste that into here. So this means that once it's generated the model, it's going to upload that model to your space on Hugging Face, right? From there, once you've got your Hugging Face token and your repo ID, you're then going to scroll down. As you can see, there's a lot of different settings here. You can pretty much keep all this as default, leave that as default, everything as default. And then you're going to just start training. You're going to click create training. It'll probably take maybe about 10 minutes to train the model. And then you will have your Lora model good and ready to go. Cool. So now we're on the part where we're actually going to start generating images of ourselves using that model that we just created. So click the next link in the description, and it will be called something along the lines of image generation. And it will take you to this page here, right? So let's just say Hayden as a superhero saving the day, right? And then aspect ratio, we're going to do 16:9. Image, we don't need to worry about this unless we want the image generator to base it on another image that we upload, but we don't need that because we've got the Lora file. Everything else we're going to leave the same, apart from when you get to this Hugging Face Lora. So this is where you're going to copy and paste your model again that you created. So we're just going to do that. And then the Lora scale, we're going to turn it up to maximum. So this means that the output is going to be, solely based on the Lora that we created. If you turn this down, you may get, again, more flexibility on how you can look. But again, you have to remember that then you might not look like yourself when you generate the output. Output format, we're going to change it here to JPEG. So just make sure you click show in advanced inputs here. And output format, you can pick JPEG, PNG, or whatever one you want. And then from here, we're going to run. Okay, so I'm going to show you how this image looks, and then I'm going to show you a better way to create prompts, which is going to make a more vivid looking image and just a higher quality image overall. So we're going to click run. If we scroll up here, we're going to see it's starting to generate the output. Okay, so as you can see, it's created an image, and it's kind of made me look like a kid for some reason. There's some random person in the background, and it basically looks like I'm wearing some kid super suit PJs. So to make this better, what we're going to do, I've created a custom GPT, which you guys can use. It's another link in the description. And the way you do it, the way it works, you type subject and you put the name of the subject, which in my case is Hayden, but for you, it's going to be whatever you named your file to be, your file subject to be. And then you're going to put prompt. And here's where you're going to put a prompt. So you can put a simple prompt, and then the generator is going to make it more detailed and stuff. But obviously, the more detailed you put this prompt, then the more the GPT will have to work with when it comes to writing a prompt that you actually want. So we're going to say Hayden as a superhero saving the day. And we are going to say, we can pick some theme colors. We can say the super suit is, let's say, black with neon blue, right? Let's just say that for now. And then, as you can see, it's going to generate 3 different prompts which we can actually use. So basically, just pick whichever one you like the sound of. We'll pick a random one for now. We'll just say the top one. And we're going to go back here, paste this in. and we're going to generate. Okay, so I just realized, right, this prompt has holding a child he just rescued. So it's obviously put this child here, which kind of looks like me anyway, and you've got me flying through the city. So make sure you read the prompts, otherwise you might get random stuff that you don't like. But let's pick this one, right? Let's make sure I'm not saving anyone this time. All right. Let's do this again. Okay, there you go. So now we got something a bit better. We got me there saving the day. The moon is a heart shape for some reason. So again, you might need to play around with the prompts that you use, but you can get some high quality images once you get a good prompt and stuff like that. Again, we were just doing this, I guess, quickly, but make sure you just double check the prompts that you're getting and make sure that your initial prompt is as detailed as you want it to be, so that, you know, the image generator knows what to work with. So with that being said, that's going to wrap up today's video. Let me know if you've got any questions in the comments below. I'm going to be coming with more tutorials, and as I said, you know, I'm building this AI agency business, so I'm going to be updating you guys on that very soon, and I've got a lot more content planned, so I'll see you in the next one.